Welcome to Chesapeake Crab. This is our new weekly Q&A free crab giveaway that we'll be doing every week, where I answer a few select questions asked by you on our Facebook page. Everyone say hello to my helper Whitney. We've been best friends since like middle school. She will be asking the questions and I will bring them. So here
Have you ever caught a mutant crab? Seriously though, you started in the business? What got you started in the business?
Yes, actually we've caught several of them. One of them we actually posted a picture of on our Facebook page. It was a black crab with all white claws. It's pretty weird looking. My brother's also caught crabs with multiple claws on each claw, which is pretty weird. And I will be posting a picture of that shortly because I forgot to do it before. But how did we get started in the business? So we actually just got into the steam trailer crab business earlier this year in May. The previous owner, they actually used to take their boat out of my family's marina, Kent Point Marina in Stevensville. You can see. So when they expressed that they were getting older and wanted to retire, my family took interest, seeing as we were already water people and we were already dealing with crabs. So that's how we got started. But other than that, my family's lived on the water for years, and we've already been involved with steaming crabs, selling crabs, catching crabs. Basically everything crab related we've been into for a while. So I just kind of followed in the family footsteps. Next question, please.
This is from Marlene Michelle Moore. Have you ever made a crab your pet or named them?
Actually, no, I have not. We did that one crab, the mutant crab I was speaking about a few minutes earlier, the black crab with claws. We named it Chessie, but we threw it back in the water. We didn't think anyone would want to eat it because it was kind of funny looking. So that one went back to the ocean, and someone else probably either caught him or he's out doing his own thing now.
What is the highest number of crabs you have caught in one day?
Again, I haven't been crabbing in a while, but my brother on an average catches around 10 bushels a day. I'll say this season, I think his best day was right around 20 bushels. It was a lot.
Where is the farthest your boats have gone to catch the crabs? How many boats are normally out together?
Oh, good question. My brother is actually a lone crabber. He goes out by himself. He's the only person I get crabs from. If we sell out more than his crabs, I'll get them from my family's marina. We have a few other crabbers, but they don't go out together. And my brother's got like 900 pots, and he's got them all the way spread from the eastern shore to the western shore. He actually won't tell me where they're at because it's very secretive.
I believe you are the same truck that used to be in Annapolis. If so, will you consider coming back to Annapolis?
Good question. That same very vehicle, the previous owners had a trailer set up in Annapolis and one further down Ritchie Highway. It was at the BP gas station. It's a 7-Eleven now. So right now, this is the only trailer that we have up and running. I am interested in expanding the business, obviously, so I don't want to spoil too much, but stay tuned.
What is the best bait to use to catch crabs, and do you have a secret?
Good question. Again, I've been told by my family not to release any family secrets, but I know for bait, honestly, crabs will eat anything. They're scavengers. They'll eat each other if they want to. So the best bait, I know a lot of crabbers use chicken necks, fowl necks, things like that. But again, as long as it's smelly, the crabs will go for it and they'll eat it.
Is there a difference in quality steaming your own crabs or buying crabs that have already been steamed?
Good question. So I do know there are several recipes that call for the crabs to be live when you steam them, like crab gravy. So if you were to buy them already steamed, then you wouldn't be able to do that yourself. Another thing when you buy crabs that are steamed, unless you're seeing them live, there's really no guarantee that they're being steamed fresh like we do here, which is why I always show the customers the live crabs if they're here before I steam them, because we steam everything fresh to order. It takes about 20-30 minutes to steam with our steamers, but I will say having them steam fresh is the best way to eat crabs.
From Linnea Alcaraz, and
hey Linnea.
Also said she just passed us. So hey Linnea.
Hey girl.
Is there a difference between the male and female crabs? Taste-wise, I've had both, and I can never tell personally.
That is a great question. I also, I don't notice a difference in the taste, but I also drown my crabs in butter and seasoning. But the taste difference is, for an example, the female is more so the dark meat of the crab world, whereas the male crab is the light meat. People say female crabs are sweeter. Female crabs also have the yellow-orange stuff in the inside, which is actually eggs. Some people don't like that. Some people love it. It's okay to eat. It won't hurt you. The males are also a little bit flakier meat, and it's a little bit bigger, so sometimes you get more out of a male crab.
What is the correct way to eat a crab?
Good question. There's really no correct way to eat a crab. I've seen it done so many different ways. I've seen someone take a butter knife and cut it in half and just scrape all the meat out. And I've also seen people that use their teeth and bite it and get the meat out. So the way I do it, I peel the apron off first, and then I put my thumb in between their back fin claw and their shell, and I pop the top off. You remove the lungs because you don't want to eat those. They're poisonous. And then I break it in half, and then from there I take off one leg at a time, and then I start breaking it down. But you can do it anyway. There's a lot of YouTube tutorials that'll show you how to do it. Okay. So next question is from Craig Powell. When will you be selling steamed crabs on Kent Island? Good question. So Kent Island is actually where my family's marina is located. And as of now, they do sell live crabs at the marina. But all right, next question. How do you season your crabs? Good question. So what we do, I actually season the crabs twice unless the customer asks for light seasoning or no seasoning, because there are some people out there that don't like it or that can't have it. So what we do is I season the crabs first. I shake them up real good.
And the secret is?
I actually season them from belly side up. The seasoning gets in them a lot better when they're upside down because their shell on top's too hard for the seasoning to penetrate them. So I flip them upside down, season them, pop them in the steamer, and then when they come out, I season them again while the customer's watching, usually, unless they're late. But yeah, so we season it however you like it. We do light seasoning, regular, heavy seasoning. My default setting's heavy, so I have to make sure I always ask if they want it light or regular. If you ever get your crabs and they're seasoned a lot, that's probably because of me. We also have a few different flavors of seasoning. We use all JO products. It's all MSG and gluten-free, if anyone's wondering. Don't ask me what those things are because I can't explain it. But we have a few different flavors right now. We have regular JO, spicy JO, which is my personal favorite, garlic JO, and barbecue JO. And they're all really good. So stop by and try one of them next time you come in. I'll tell you, it definitely changes the crab game. Melvin, do you have a spot on Kent Island? I believe I already answered that. My family's marina. It's on Kent Island. It's all the way at the southern tip. So you drive all the way down Route 8 for about 15 minutes. You'll take a right onto Kent Point Road and then just drive until you see water. And that's basically, you're there. How do you determine the size of your crabs? Small, medium, large, jumbo? Do you weigh them or measure them to determine what you will consider the size? That is a great question. So I'm gonna flip this camera. So jumbo males, we grade them from 6.5 inches to 7 inches plus. So I use this little gadget right here. My brother actually they call it culling the crabs on the boat, and he separates them out for me from jumbos, number ones, number twos, and females. Once the crabs come into the trailer, I separate them out again because I'm a little bit more picky with my sizing, and I want all my customers to get the
biggest crabs possible.
So as you can see the inches on here. This actually isn't a Maryland crab color, but it still works perfectly. So if you can see, if I can get this to focus, it has different ticks on it, which show you the different size crabs. So this first tick right here, that's 5 3/4 of an inch. Anything below this is our medium male. Anything between 5 3/4 and this end right here is a large male. Anything that's longer than this stick is a jumbo, and that's right around 7 inches. Sometimes you'll get a crab that's really long, and it might be a 7-inch crab, but it looks tiny. I'll throw that in with the ones because it looks tiny. Sometimes you'll get a crab that is kind of shorter, like maybe it'll be 5.5 inches, but it's really big and fat, so that one could be a number 1. So as you see, the grading actually overlaps a little bit, and that's because sometimes you'll get a long crab, but it'll look tiny. So if it looks tiny to me, I throw it in with the smaller size. That's basically how we sort the crabs by size. Unfortunately, I don't have a scale to weigh them on, so we don't weigh them, but I just kind of do it by hand. Once you do it for so long, you can just look at them and tell. Next question. How do you decide who gets to enjoy these magnificent crustaceans? So on each week, I post a different weekly crab challenge. And based on people that like, share, and comment or participate in the challenge, and it randomly selects a winner. Everyone has a fair chance of winning this weekly challenge. Even you. All right, next question. Oh, this is from Aunt Bless. How long have you been in the business? Have you learned all the different steps of this business? And what part of the business do you enjoy and your least favorite thing to do? All right, so we got multiple questions here. So how long have we been in this business? We just bought this steam trailer in May. We opened up right around, I think May 4th was our first day this year. So that's how long we've been in the steamed crab business. But before that, my family's been dealing with crabs for a long time. So I don't even know what year they started. But my family's been cooking crabs as long as I can remember. So have you learned all the different steps of this business? Honestly, you can never learn enough things. I learn new things every day. I'm always taking ideas and working with them and running with them and improving, making adjustments. So I'm not going to say that I learned everything because I've only been doing this for so long and there's always more to learn. What part of the business do you enjoy? Honestly, I love food. I love cooking food. I love making new items. I love adding things that we don't have on the menu that customers suggest. I just like making people happy. I love when people come in and they tell me how much they enjoyed their food, how much they enjoy talking to me while they're waiting for their food. So I'd have to say my favorite part of the business is just making people happy and hearing their feedback. That is honestly the world to me. And my least favorite thing to do, I guess cleaning. Honestly, I don't really mind cleaning because I'm a little OCD and I can't stand working in like a dirty environment. So, but I can't really think of anything else that I don't like about this. So it does get really hot out here some days and I get kind of gross. So that's kind of not fun being dirty all the time, but you get used to it. So I believe that is all of the questions we had for this week. This was fun. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.